Hello everybody, welcome to the round 4 review. Once again I'm joined by my lovely assistant Melly, and we're here to go through all the 5 games, give a bit of a summary on how some players went, who some players they could have got in there, and then just give you the best teams from there. There was a lot of good games, but there was a few blowouts to be honest. There was only one real close one, which was Jabronis and Dumplings. But we'll start off with Dan Cole on Roland and Maltese Falcons. Fennick was lucky enough to get his first win. Coley got his first loss. The score was 207 to Fennick to Coley, which was 269. So well done, Fennick, on your first win. Actually, I got a message from Daniel Cole. Rollers should be 4-0. Stephen May, a very good effort, and Alex Rance were the difference in the end. So basically, he's blaming injuries. He actually even sent me a message saying that if someone gets injured in the first quarter or the first half, they should be replaced. And so he teared it up a fair bit. He actually had a few tears. Coley, a little bit upset that you got your first loss. But if we look at it, you're actually the third highest scorer inside. So the fact that you're 3-1 is amazing in itself. Third lowest scorer inside, sorry. The fact that you're 3-1 is amazing in itself. But if we can just go over here.
So you got a 3-point difference, yeah.
Alright, so and you're hardly winning out of the 3 games that you won, averaging by 1 point. So, but a win's a win. 3-1, well done. You've won more games than me. For you, the 4 line, nothing to write home again. Chad Wingard, 14 points. Tom Boyd only got 1 point, so that's pretty disappointing. What's pretty funny is that Fennick's struggling for a 4 line. This week, Travis Cloak kicked 2 goals, and Jack Watts is doing his best to actually get back into the Maltese Falcons side. He kicked 4 goals, but then next week he probably won't even touch the ball against Richmond. Actually, he's playing Richmond, he'll probably kick 10. So Fennick's trying to struggle who to fit in there. I think this might be the first time he scored over 300 as well, so he's getting there. Josh Kennedy's very disappointing, 24. But Jack Gunston was also as disappointing, 24. Didn't actually kick a goal this week, Jack Gunston, so that's all come from marks and kicks. Look, Coley, are you actually going to get rid of Stefan Martin? He only got 41. Yes, he only played a half, so he probably could have won the game for you, but he got knocked out, so bad luck. But he got 41 as utility, and Jack Stevens got 65. As for the midfielders, the only standout there really was Andrew Gaff, who got 56 for Fennick. The others only got in the 30s. And the ruckman, pretty standard, around the 30-point mark there. Hickey out doing cruiser there. And there were both the halfbacks. Fennick finally started to play Cripps at halfback, and he was pretty serviceable, got 68 points. Once again, I mean, Cripps' clearances and tackles every week is very outstanding. And Taylor Adams actually got 22 kicks, doesn't really get many tackles or clearances. So he might be a better midfielder for Coley than a halfback, to be honest. Andrew Swallow, almost 30 points against a tackler. He is the leading outstanding tackler so far in this game to date. And Mitch Robertson also got almost 30 points. He got 27 points. Coley didn't play Armitage this week, and he actually had a very good game. So pretty funny there. Fennick didn't play Armitage this week. Thanks for correcting me there, Michael, in the background. I've got a live studio audience again, everyone, if you want to know. All in all, well done, Fennick. First win of the season. Congratulations, Coley. Unlucky. Hopefully we see you fall out of the finals now. Alright, the next game we'll go is another injury hit game in the Gods of Olympus versus Renegades. Gods of Olympus still stuck on 1 win. Renegades actually also 3-1 now. So for the worst team of the comp to be 3-1 is pretty good. Are you going, are you? You're in front of the camera. What are you doing? Yeah, alright, we'll continue here. So 3-1 to Stiff. Well done. Start of the year when you were putting your team together, you were struggling a fair bit. But now, the fact that you are to figure out exactly who goes where and what's happening with everything. See you later, Melly. Who goes where, what's happening with everything. You've got it right with Aaron Hoare and Zach Merritt. They are both doing so well in their positions. They can lead you into the finals. They're doing absolutely awesome. He chose Jack Darling over Rewalt this week, which seemed a good move. Jack Darling scored 43. Rewalt only got 37, so well done there. Tom Hawkinson kicked a goal this week. Amazing Center was playing Essendon. So Kurt Tippett was the better full forward with 12 there. Tippett actually probably ended up going to Michael's ruck because he is absolutely destroying the ruck. But this week he does play Nick Nat, so we'll see what happens. Jack Rewalt got, I think, must be 4 late goals because according to the footywired messenger, he was having a crap game. or something. I don't know. I was in Brisbane at the victory game. But Rewell got 44. He actually outdone Jack Darling there with 43. Both utilities, 77, 78, 77 the Goldsteins. That's 60 points less than last week. Amazing. And Aaron Hall got 78. He got 20 points less than last week as well. The midfielders were pretty useless, to be honest. And let's be fair, Richmond didn't touch the ball. Sebastian Hooley was crap. Lewis got 36. It's no good. But this is the interesting one. Johansson only played a half. Till half time, he got 32 points. Phenomenal. 32 points to half time, but that's all he got because he was injured. You didn't hear Michael crying Coley over someone getting injured. Who he cried about it, but didn't ask to get replaced anyway. And that actually probably benefited Lockie Hunter, ended up getting 51 points for stiff. So that 19 points in the end, not quite the margin, but it did make a massive difference there. The rucks, serviceable, 30 points each. Zach Merritt once again got over 70 as a halfback, and Shuey almost got 70 as a halfback. So Shuey's actually done quite well, considering he's just a downhill skier, but they did play in Perth. So, and Barlow got 9 tackles. So Barlow's turned out to be quite the tackler for stiff, 25 points, well done. And Mick's struggling to find a tackle. I really only got 14. I think he got upset at me because I insulted Luke Shuey. So, well, stiff 3 and 1, well done. Michael 1 and 3. If you want to retain your crown, you better get your act together, because the season's slipping away there, my friend. But well done, Stiff. Your team's no longer the worst one. We'll give that prize to one of the opponents in the next game. Seek and destroy. Vossi, I'm giving you the worst team of the competition now. 251. You're averaging pretty low. Besides the first week where you got a massive score thanks to Hawthorn not marking Dangerfield, you've actually been pretty bad, to be honest. So I think 114, is that what it is? Yeah, the screen says 114. So you're one of the lowest scoring teams. 251, mate. You need to get over 300 to be in it each week, to be honest with you. You lost to me. I got 314. Both falls are crap. Stringer, you're not getting a game this week. I know you're playing Brisbane, but I'm not giving you a game. You got 0. Charlie Dixon only got 8. But both half forwards. In fact, all the half forwards across competition this week got about 40 points. Got over 40 points, which is absolutely fantastic. Buddy is getting 41 every week, it feels like, and Tom Lynch got another 40. Both utilities were crap. I played Cyril at utility. He got 41. Now, I was only really expecting 50 because I felt Zaharakis would give me more out of the midfield. So that's why I put Zaharakis in the midfield. So Cyril only got me 41, but Dangerfield actually had his worst game of the year. He only got 54. Now, 3 out of the 4 midfielders got over 50, so we won't talk about Ollie Wines. Hanbury 56, Zaharakis 50, and Shield 50. So 3 midfielders had a great game. And then in the ruck, let's be honest, Vossi's struggling for a ruck. Zach Smith got 12 points as a ruck for him, so he needs to look at maybe looking for a trade or drafting someone, maybe like a Griffin or a Roughhead in the preseason draft. Nick Nat got 39. He shared the load with Lysett. And as the halfbacks, now, to be fair, Vossi did lose Pritis on the Friday night before the game, so he had to put Hamish Harley in. Hamish Harley didn't have a very good game. He only got 46, where Scott Thompson, once again, got over 70. He's averaging probably 70 each week as well. And then the tacklers don't want to write home about there. So, I had a few options. Viney this week played well, so who knows what's going to happen with him. So, yeah, we'll look at moving to the next game now. So, yeah, 2-2 for me, 1 and 3 for Seek and Destroy. It's disappointing being 2-2, to be honest, because I'm the third highest scoring team in the comp. All right, next game, we'll go to the closest game of the round. That was No Dumplings versus Jacob Jabronis. Now, this has only become a 7-point margin, and let's be honest, Dash, if you drafted properly and realised that Griffin is Sandland's backup, then you probably would have won this game. So that's something for all those people to make sure they get backups of their rucks. And Zach Clark never really backs up. It's always Griffin, Dash, someone who's been watching football all these years. It feels like you're tanking like Richmond are. So, yes. But, yeah, Jacob Jabronis, 296, defeated No Dumplings, 289. If you think I'm aggrieved being 2-2 and being the third highest scoring team, Jacob Jabronis are the highest scoring team, and they're 2-2 as well. So that's a bit unlucky for them. But this week they didn't score 300. The first time they haven't scored over 300 for the round. So Dasher still on 0-4. Jacob Jabronis is 2-2. Once again, Eddie Betts was outstanding. 25 points as a full forward. Josh Bruce got about 12. Speak up, Michael. Everyone can hear you.
Eddie Best got late goals.
Jung Time Eddie, was it? Jung Time Eddie was back.
Close game.
This week, Strats is going to tally him up. He's going to do nothing this week, I hope.
think Dash's missus
Alright.
rang up and asked us to stop bagging Dasher and his team.
Oh, is that right, Dasher? Your missus actually messaged social media and said to stop bagging no dumplings, so that you're actually putting in an effort and you're doing a good job. Good on you, Dash. Alright, Steve Johnson, not very good as a half forward, 28. But Tom Lynch, once again, he's leading the column. He has been absolutely outstanding this year. He's a superstar, Tom Lynch. Got 49 as a half forward. Both utilities around the 70. Luke Parker and Tom Mitchell for Dromerides probably had their worst week this week. Parker only 67, where Tom Mitchell in the halfback only got 40. The midfielders, Lee Montagna got 45, not quite as 65 as last week, but that wasn't too bad. Mitch Duncan, the replacement, which I told you to put in Dash, got 39. He was your best midfielder. Other than that, look, you're stuck with your rut with McAvoy. He's got to share their duties with Segler. They're both going to get about 20 each week, so unlucky there. And Josh Kennedy got 57 as a half back for Dash. Oh, sorry, and Zeeble, not 19 tackles. He's gone from 19 tackles 1 week to 4 tackles this week. He did get 19 kicks and kicked a couple of goals. And 3 goals, sorry. So good effort there from Jack Zeeble. Alright, so that's that game. So well done there, Jabronis. 2-2. Dash, almost there, mate. Just keep it going, buddy. I know you can do it, alright? I know you can do it. Alright. And next game, we'll finish off with the last game we previewed on Thursday night. We'll leave it as the last game we're going to review tonight. And that was the top of the table clash. Still can't believe it. Still can't believe I'm going to say this. Rangers Anonymous, 4-0. 4-zip. Undefeated. That must have been why. They weren't at a Ginger Pride parade. They were at a Ginger Let's Cheer on Rangers Anonymous parade. Because, Kenna, we know you're at the Ginger Pride parade on the weekend. We know you were cheering hard. We saw the Rangers sign out the front. They were cheering you on. You had your crowd and support behind you. And that's why you got over Sugar in the end. That was 335 to Sugar. First time he's got under 300 this year as well. 292. In fact, it might even be the first time Kenneth scored over 300, to be honest with you. But anyway, so both full forwards only kicked a couple of goals, so not too bad. But Jarrah Waite's been in outstanding form. He got 44 for Sugar. Taylor Walker 32 for Kenner. Nat Fyfe was back. There was the Gary Ablett versus the Nat Fyfe. Who's the better one in the league? Well, Nat Fyfe smashed Gary Ablett by 41 points. And in the end, realistically, that was the margin in the game almost. So Nat Fyfe got 98, almost 100, so well done there. Gazza only got 57. Sammy Mitchell, best midfielder in the game by far. He's equal favourite for the Brownlow now, which is really good. What's 2, Michael? To get his second Brownlow.
2 Brownlows this year.
He'll get his 2. Yeah, that's right. Mitchell's going to get 2 Brownlows this year. So he's on 57 points, unless he doesn't get rubbed out for kneeing someone.
I think Waite's kicked 4 goals a game.
Who?
Waite
has kicked 4, probably has kicked 4 goals. I think about 16 goals for the year. Thanks, Mick. All right, so Treloar was pretty good in the midfield at 48 as well. Other than that, the 2 other ones got in the 30s, Boyd and Gray. Max Gawn got over 40 as a ruck again, so he's proven to be a great ruckman. And Kenner still got 335, great high score, and Hampson only got 7 in the ruck because he got caught a couple of times. Selwood, once again, around 60 as a halfback, and Lukey Dehouse was tried at halfback for Sugar, but was no good at getting the 40s. Zorko, Kenner's got 2 choices of tackles now. He's got Zorko, he's got Shields. Both are pretty good, except Zorko got 10 tackles this week. 30 points for Zorko, so he's probably the best tackler this week. And Darcy Parish, he tried to put the young kid as a tackler. Only got a couple of tackles, but that's all right. Sure, you tried. But I was just having a look at it, to be honest, and you can still bring in a few good players into your team. In fact, just to run down a list of a few players, Michael can swap your Hanson and bring in the side bottom. Let's have a look at Jabronis, actually. I know you got under 300. I know your midfield was a bit down this week, but Trent Cotchin's killing it every week. Lockie Neal's had a good game of the weekend. He looks like he might be back. Stephen Hill's been doing quite well as well. So everyone's got a few options to be able to bring in new players there as well. So that's all the teams. Now we'll go just a quick show you the ladder. The ladder this week, Rangers sitting on top, nice and pretty, 4-zip. Well done to Rangers. Sugar Daddy's second on 12, and that's Renegades, and I'm rolling also on 12 as well. So they're the top 4. Jake Jabroni sit 5th on 8 points. And I'm the only other team on 8 points as well, so we're both 2 and 2. Disappointing with the first and third highest scoring teams, and we're 2 and 2. It's sad. And then there's 3 teams on 4, which is God's Olympus, Maltese Falcons, and Second Destroy. Second Destroy have taken the title as the worst team in the competition so far. They are the lowest scoring team, followed closely by No Dumplings. And then, of course, as mentioned before, I'm rolling as the lowest scoring, third lowest scoring team. So it's just a mirage, Cole. You made the finals last year, or was it 2 years ago, being the lowest scoring team. It's an absolute mirage, and you're going to fall. So well done to Kenner, 4 and 0. Keep it up, Ken. Let's get interested in it. Team of the week this now. So we'll go through the team of the week. Eddie Betts. In fact, I think this is almost I think 2 players or 3 players might be different. The utility, a midfielder, and a tackler are different compared to last week, because once again the forward line is Eddie Betts and Tom Lynch, full forward and half forward. Nat 5 slots into utility this week at 98. Sammy Mitchell's back in the midfield spot where he belongs, and he's joined by Hanbury this week, got 56. Max Gorn was the best ruck once again on 43. Scotty Thompson keeps his spot as the halfback for this week on 72, and as mentioned before, Dane Zorko, 30 points as a tackler. Just nudged out Andrew Swallow there. So that's the team of the week. Once again, I haven't seen any money come through to my PayPal account, the $50 for the fees to pay up. My PayPal, CHRISTOPARASKEVAS at Hotmail. Send it through. And for those who don't like computers, like Kenner, give me the cash or something. But look, great round. We'll come back. We'll be back with the preview on Thursday night. The first game Friday is Hawthorn versus Adelaide. Go the Hawks. Oh, and before I go, I'd like to thank that umpire that gave Hawthorn the game on the weekend. Apparently your Twitter account has got it full of Hawthorn things that you've taken down. We'll take it. 3-1, we'll take it. See yous.